stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just remember. Just remember. Just remember. Just remember.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Eldora Speedway. This is the Sim Racing Media Network. My name is Angel Santiago. I'm joined today by my broadcast partner, Emily Urias. Emily, how are we doing tonight?
I am fabulous, ready to get rocking and rolling here at Eldora. Going to be a fun race here tonight. 65 laps is the set pace. We got about 15 cars out here tonight. I'm ready to see what these cars can do here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the Roughneck Racing Series is going to be capable of tonight. It's going to be their first time on the dirt. Last week it was the first time on the road course for them, and turned out to be a pretty darn good race. So I am definitely excited to see how Eldora is going to go. Qualifying is just wrapping up here, but while we do that, we'll quickly bring up the race info for tonight. For the James Wagner's Welding 65. Once again, big shout out to James Wagner's Welding for jumping on board for the season. The track temp's going to be 78 degrees, so it's going to be overall, seems like a cool night. How does that translate for these gentlemen here on the dirt?
Track temps matter, but don't at dirt tracks. It just matters how fast that track slicks off. With having 15 trucks out here tonight, 65 laps to pace. We're about to see that track kind of flick off around 20 laps, I say. We get into this maybe a little bit earlier if they allowed that track state to carry over from qualifying or practice qualifying into race. Then we'll see that track kind of make that groove. We'll start seeing drivers run that high line and also that bottom line as well.
Absolutely going to be interesting to see how this track does develop. You'll see right now Christopher Barker, Johnny Hurst first and second. Row number 2 is Matthew Ace and Ryan Gomez. Row number 3 belongs to Jimmy Rowdy and James Wagner, son for James Wagner's Welding. Jeffrey Ledford and Matthew Gall in row 4. Row 5 belongs to Matt Benke and Chris Ramsey.
Row 6 is going to be Richard Hartman in the number 52 car, following Ty Trafford in that number 82. Row 8 is going to be Brianna Lorette in that number 6. Tim Richardson in that number 2 car, and following out this end of the field is going to be Greg Jolly. 15 cars here tonight at Eldora Speedway. I am a dirt track fanatic myself. I've been growing up around dirt my whole life. I'm ready to see this race here tonight.
Well, I am ecstatic that you are here tonight, Emily, because I don't know nothing about dirt except how not to drive it. iRacing.com, pace truck heads down. We're ready to go. Green flag racing here from Eldora for the Roughneck Racing Series as these drivers make their debut on dirt. Everybody goes slinging across here through 1 and 2, bumping and banging, but they'll be just fine 3 and 4 wide.
Yes, sir, as bumping and banging all night will occur here at Eldora. Like I mentioned, that low and bottom line will be coming in throughout here tonight. But looking on it, beating and banging, 0-1 car hits that inside wall. It's dirt, so you can beat bang, but if you do it too much, it'll cause damage to that truck.
We'll jump back to the leaders here. Christopher Barker down to the inside. You see Johnny Hurst to the outside. It's going to be interesting to see where these drivers can go. You see it just slinging across, man. I'm telling you, I just love seeing dirt races. I can't do it for nothing, but, man, just the skill it takes to do it is just unbelievable. As you see them just slinging across here through turns 3 and 4.
Yes, sir. As myself, I was going to race here tonight, but you know what? I'm glad to be up in here in the booth. I know racing to the booth for me is, I like 50-50, or even, you know, more in the booth, more out on the track. But I'm glad to be here in the booth with Angel. Single file line from front to start. 46 getting way too sideways. So when that happens, that's where they lose most of that speed, Angel.
So what is their goal going to be here to try to keep it from getting sideways? Because everybody seems to think dirt means sideways.
Yes, sir, as it transfers from basically all cars going dirt, late models, to sprint cars, to these trucks, to even the cup cars at Bristol Dirt. Every car on dirt goes sideways, and you can see how they're turning that wheel in the opposite direction. That allows it to be able to carry speed throughout those turns and continue with that pace.
You see the leader running right up against the wall here as they are fighting hard, trying to battle. We got a 3-way battle for the lead, and our first caution is out for the evening here on lap 7. What an unbelievable start, man. I'd say these guys were dirt league the way we started this race.
Yes, sir, as like you said, caution on the racing surface. Do we know why?
It's like the 0-1 of Jeffrey Ledford along with the 30 of James Wagner. We'll see how this shapes up to be here. Give it just a moment. Oh, the 0-1 just losing it. And finally loses it right in front of 29 and just nowhere to go there for Jimmy Rowdy. So just something that I'm surprised didn't happen earlier on. These guys did a great job. Something that I do every single time I'm on dirt.
Yeah, and honestly, that's not that much damage on those cars. I know that's what happens at Bristol is when that car gets too sideways, somebody gives you that bump on the rear, you're done.
Typically, yeah, but here it looks like these drivers should be all right. And another thing we failed to mention is that these drivers are unable to refuel. Is that correct? Yes, and they should be able to make it to the end of the race. There are 65 laps to go. To my knowledge, at these dirt tracks, it is something iRacing probably needs to work on is refueling. I know at Knoxville, I think you can do it at Bristol because it is a configuration from the asphalt to dirt. But at these tracks, due to sprint cars running more often here as well as late models, I don't think iRacing intended to put in refueling and tires and such, but
They might have added it. To my knowledge, when I tested it, it is not in there. But these drivers should be good from start to finish. They should be able to change the tires, actually. There is tire wear. I know that's weird to be saying on dirt, but as that pace car dives down into the infield, 2x2x2, we are green again at Eldora.
See these trucks come slinging across. Here they come off of turn number 2. We're going to love to see it come sideways here. Look at them, 3, 4 wide as far out as they can go.
Yes, as sideways, we are looking at 58, looking to try to get on that outside, maybe inside of the leader of that 46 Toyota Tundra.
Oh man, Johnny Hurst has got a great run on the outside. He's going to carry the momentum. Can he get there? Can he put the pass? And there's another caution now.
Caution, lap 9 out of 65. Let's see where this caution is out on the field, Angel.
It's like Matt Benke. Let's see that number 35 truck. Let's see again. There's a lot of drivers in a lot of places. We'll see here what exactly happens. The 2 slides up. Oh, the 01 gets into him. Oh, 35. You know, he's just trying to hang on to it right there, whether it looks like it or not. Oh, no, the 2 just loses in front of him. The 01 nowhere to go. Oh, the 29, the 52 nowhere to go.
5-car pile up here at Eldora. So, I have a question for you, Angel.
What do we got?
Have you watched the NASCAR truck races previously at Knoxville Raceway when they went there?
Yes, I have, but I don't think I watched the movie last year's, and my memory's pretty awful from there.
Did you see the massive pileup that happens in turns 1 and 2?
That much, yes, I do recall.
Okay. That was at least half the field. Just so you know, I was present during that.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, I am up. I've been around dirt race my whole life. I am 19 now, turning 20 next year. Wow. Anyways.
Getting up there, Emily. In 2 years, we'll enjoy Miami better.
Yes, 100%. But pace lights are off of the Iracing.com pace truck. Looks to be we are going green this time by 46 and 58. Gonna be our 2 top row runners. 15 cars still out here on the field here tonight. We're about to go green again at Eldora.
For those of you wondering, you're not going crazy. The caution laps do not count, so the laps are just taken back down to make up for it. Here we are, green flag racing once again. The 46 and the 58 side by side. Here comes 22, Ryan Gomez. Ryan had the fastest lap of the race earlier, so don't count him out. There's 3 wide for the lead, almost off of 2.
Yes, sir, as 3 wide is the thing here at Eldora. 58 looking on the outside of that number 46 Toyota Tundra Pro. 46 runs it really to the side, allowing that 58 to be able to run that high line and get past him. New race leader 58 of Hurst.
Johnny Hurst is going to use the outside, going to put himself right in what's that called, that cushion up there, if I'm not mistaken, to use the grip and get around the 46. 46 slinging it. Here comes the 96 of Matthew Ace to the inside. He's going to slam the wall in the process, but he's still going. Oh, no. There goes the 22 and the 46, your pole sitter.
Caution comes out here. 46 involved in that wreck. Angel's going to take it back here with us on the SRM replay.
See exactly what happened. That looked like, yes, that was your pole sitter, unfortunately. The 46 and then the 22, Brian Gomez. We just mentioned how quick he was at the time. See, 46 is trying to gather himself. Oh, this is where the 96 just goes full sends into the... Oh, there you go. They make contact. Oh, yeah, I guess the 46 a little bit upset. He comes down, and there's the 22 just there, and they get hooked. Yeah, that's more of a net code where they just get hooked together.
Yeah, hopefully that didn't do much damage to the 46. Looks like he's turning around right now. He has a lot of space to make up to get back to that front of the field. But new race leader, number 58 of Hurst, getting ready to go green in about 2 laps. What do you think about the race so far, 12 laps in?
Well, I'm interested because Matthew Ace, you saw him just full send it into there. I'm wondering to see how many, what is he going to do to get for first? But also, I look at drivers like Matthew Gall, Chris Ramsey, Richard Hartman. They're up 4 or 5 spots apiece. They're running 4th, 5th, and 6th. So, is this a product of other drivers having wrecked, or were they just faster drivers who maybe just didn't get a qualifying lap in the right way, and they're just trying to make their way to the field? So, I'm wondering, have we not seen the best yet?
Possibly, but have you ever wondered, where does slide job come from?
That much I know. That's something you do all the time in dirt racing, and I know the 96 tried the slide job, just wasn't quite enough for him on that one. We'll see plenty more as this race goes on.
As we get ready to go green, 58.96 leading this field to green. Here we go, back at Eldora. 58 going to be choosing to run up to that high line. 96 looking to go underneath that 58. Watch out, that 30 car is looking to come down low.
Wow, they are just slinging it in. Oh, we got a caution here. Quick one. We'll jump to this quickly as Jimmy Rowdy and Ty Trafford here on the restart. We'll get a quick fast forward through here, see exactly. Oh, the 3 just slides up into the 29, just nowhere to go. Oh, man, the 87, just nowhere to go for him as well. 82, I'm sorry. So at what point you had mentioned they should be fine with fuel at 65 laps, but that was also in consideration where the caution laps do not count. So can fuel become an issue still? Or do you think these drivers will be just fine at 65 laps?
As long as these drivers keep it clean and don't make it cautions, not saying they will, but there might be a possibility. They have 40 laps to about a 40 lap buffer. So if they do about 40 laps under caution, that's when they're about to look like, okay, hey, what are we doing here, guys? I honestly, as long as we stay decently green and get these laps in like we are doing now, they should be good. And I believe from what I heard is they might be doing single file.
Oh, okay then. Oh, hold on. That shouldn't be happening. Hold on just a moment. We'll get rid of that. There we go. I want to thank everybody for joining us currently in YouTube and in chat. Make sure if you are rooting anybody on in specific, let us know. We'll see if get an opportunity to jump over to them at that time. Iracing.com pace truck is down, as you mentioned, Emily. Single file restart. Lap 13 complete. Here we are on lap 14 as they're just gonna full send here into turn 2 or turns 1 and 2.
As looking, 96, 30 looking on the inside of that 96, making a move into second place. 58 is going to have to watch for that 30 car that's running that bottom line, trying to make a slide job on that 96, does not get it going into turns 1 and 2.
No, but I noticed that 30 looks very comfortable right there on the bottom. Just the wheel is straight where it needs to be, it feels like, and James just feels like he's just taking his time trying to pick off Matthew Ace here and Johnny Hurst.
Yes, sir. As that 30 card, like you mentioned, running that bottom line, something I mentioned, caution, but I'm going to continue that sentence. Something I mentioned in the beginning of this race is that bottom line and high line is where we're going to see those drivers. That's where there's going to be the most grip. High line is going to be that fast line, but it's also going to be that line where you could mess up and just far above that wall.
Yeah, so in a situation where a lot of these drivers, they've not had a ton of practice here at Eldora. But before we get to that, let's actually go see what was the result of the caution here. Oh, it looks like Ryan Gomez, he was doing really well earlier. We'll have to see what happened here in the number 22 Caterpillar Chevrolet, I think he's in this week. Looks pretty smooth through here. That's that real slick stuff right there you see going into the turn. The 35's coming down. Oh, the 35 had just coming down, trying to chase it. And in dirt, it's not like it's in, you can just hit the brakes. You're just trying to chase it from there. At a 2, nowhere to go as well.
Yeah, as I believe that is end of night for that 22 car. Saw smoke billowing out of that hood. Hard hit into that wall. And folks, this isn't like asphalt. It is dirt. That outside wall, yeah, it's a safer barrier to keep the cars in the track, but that's cement. You hit that going at, these trucks go about 90. So you hit that going 90, just imagine how much that could do to that truck.
Yeah, and I mean, you get through fast repairs, but still, you definitely don't want to be using it up, especially without your cautions, or without the cautions counting. Was going to try to bring some people in for interviews, but these caution laps they're ticking away quick. They're getting rid of them, so we'll have to try to see if we can bring at least our leader as soon as the next caution happens, should we get one. We'll be looking to complete lap 16 here, going on to lap 17 as we go green. We've got about 50 to go here.
Yes, sir, as 58 is looking, pedal to the metal, following the 96 and 30 cars. 30 cars looking on the inside of that 96, possibly making a move is where you can do it at these starts, running that bottom line, trying to make a move on that number 58, as the 96 is also trying to make a move here for that lead. Three-wide battle for that first place position in second and third.
Honestly, I think James Wagoner might have even led that lap, possibly. Getting a 2-for-1 special off of 3 and 4. We're going to suffer a little bit for it, but wow, the work he did to get the lead there. And he's looking, I think he's just really strong in 3 and 4. It's almost looking like the bottom is where you want to be in 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit. I don't know, that top side just looks too slick in 1 and 2.
Yes, sir, that top side in sprint cars, I know this is trucks, but that top side in sprint cars, it can work. But also that bottom line in these trucks, they run at a lower RPM, as looking on the inside of that 58, possibly new race leader? Not yet, as the 30 car is rocking that inside line, trying to make a move on that 58, but he has to make it perfect marks in order to get that done.
So talk to a dirt, novice here who knows just nothing of it. It seems to me that the outside is where you're gonna have the speed, but it's also where you can easily lose it. The inside seems to be a little bit more comfortable. However, you're not carrying that momentum either.
Yes. So, like I mentioned earlier, that track it's a thing called flicking off. That's when the track there's tacky, mid tacky, and flick. That top line is probably between that mid to tacky line, so about 50 to 75% track usage right now is what that top line is. That bottom line's tacky, has a lot more grip, and that's where you'll see that left front tire trying to grab onto it. As you see that 30 car trying to grab onto that bottom line to make it move. Now that midline, that's where it comes into slick. That's where you can lose that car a lot more easier, but if you carry that momentum and carry it throughout there, just think about it, ice rink, sliding through turns 1 and 2. As long as you keep that momentum, you'll get that momentum coming out the corner.
And what's even more interesting is you see these drivers starting to catch some lap trucks, and you see them get past the 82 of Ty Trafford. Does a great job of staying out of the way for them, but definitely left for something. But here, Johnny Hurst seems to have maybe figured it out on the outside, or for James Wagoner, he's maybe got to start to figure it out on the outside, as he looks a little bit higher here. But he still got some work to go if he wants to try to catch Johnny Hurst, who is just starting to pull away quite a bit almost now on lap 25.
Yes, sir,
the 6 on the 96 is trying to avoid him. Oh, that's going to take the 46 with him. 46 was just finally making his way back up to the front, and that will bring out a caution.
Caution, lap 26 out of 65. About 40 to go.
Yep, just about 40 to go right there. We see here. And what happens is that the 46, he's made his way back up to the front here. Finding to win his way up to about third, I think maybe 4th or 5th here. And then as the 96 has to react for the truck in front of him into the wall, he's going to come down the track. Oh, and nowhere to go for him. And I'll still say minor damage for the two of them. They should be all right, but definitely a bummer for having made up all that time.
Yeah, as actually, it's about to be interesting. These cautions are allowing these drivers to rack and stack them back together, allowing this 30 car to figure out their groove, and once they get in the lead, I feel like that 30 car is gone. Yeah,
well, you say that, but Hurst has just done such a great job on the outside holding on, and I have to say I am loving the way he is just slinging it out on the outside, and you know what? It's working for him. He's sticking with it, not really trying anything else. But the question is, will that hurt him here in the future by not at least trying a different line, or as you mentioned, maybe the outside line is where he wants to be, so just stick with it anyways.
Yeah, my preference would be that high line and that bottom line. That mid line would be a lot of throttle control, and really, throttle control is what can save you. If you're pulling that throttle, going through those mid turns, you'll spin that car. You gotta be perfectly with that throttle, going into those corners, letting off, going back on it, but still making sure you have that pace and that speed going through those turns.
See, those drivers can put that to the test now. Iracing.com pace truck has the lights off. Drivers are going down the backstretch here into turn number 3. We'll have 39 laps to go as soon as Barney the flagman gets the green flag waved.
Yes, sir. As racking and stacking them going through turns 4. Here we are, green at Eldora. 30 car looking on the outside. 58's going to be on that bottom line. Possibly 30 car might be able to make a move since he is on that outside line, but look now, 0-1 car, new face here up on the front of the field, possibly going to try and make some moves while these 30 and 58 car make moves.
The 58 had a slight mess up, allowed the 30 to get to his outside. We're 3 wide for the lead coming across the line, and here comes a 96. He's in the wall. Oh my goodness, what a move right there. Cautions out. We had 5 of them abreast for the lead right there. Unbelievable.
Do these drivers still think it's green?
Oh. Oh, this is a caution. That's right. Let's go find out what happened there.
46. Let's look at the 46 car. He said he got into somebody, is what I heard.
Looks like, I think that's the 52 of Richard Hartman, as you called it. These two are side by side. We'll see exactly what happened. The 46 is there.
Yeah,
into the 78, there. And that took the 52 out.
Ooh, now, once you get a lot of damage in these trucks, you do gotta be careful with going around those turns, as damage to that radiator can be crucial going around these turns. You're already running max RPMs, and just running that engine almost to its max, I say, with the setup that these trucks run, you do have to be careful. Otherwise, you can blow that engine up.
Now, that would definitely be something to be unhappy about, having your engine blow after all this work here on dirt. The drivers are already almost halfway through this race. We've got about 6 or 7 laps to get to that point. So at this point, Emily, you're James Wagner, you've got the lead, but Jeffrey Ledford has just powered his way through. You guys are both up 5 spots. Tim Richardson, so far your biggest mover at the race, up 6. What's your goal here? He's going to restart on the inside.
Yeah, restarting on that inside line. He's been strong and dominant on that bottom line, but that 0-1 car's been strong on that top line. I don't know. It depends on how these drivers feel comfortable and if they can make it happen, but pace car lights are off the Iracing.com pace truck. Getting ready to wipe them visors literally here on dirt. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Back green here at Eldora.
Oh man, I should have thought of a good way. I would have said a good start to this race in memory of that. We'll maybe figure it out. Here they are going side by side for second. They were looking to make it 3 wide for first for just a moment. Jeffrey Ledford's got himself a good, James Wagner's got himself a good start as Ledford and Johnny Hurst take it side by side there for second. But don't look now. Matthew Ace, Jimmy Rowdy, Ryan Gomez, those all have been quick. They're right behind as well.
Yes, sir, as we get a lot of fighting in the back of the field. Like I mentioned, that 30 car gets in the lead, power stroking it throughout turns 3 and 4, getting that truck in that lead. I feel like he's going to be a strong driver here tonight.
He is strong right now. The strong battle right now is right behind for second, for third, fourth, however many you want to count it for, as Ledford and Hurst are going side by side. Hurst coming back up, looking to take second away. I'm telling you, give Hurst the outside. He might be ready to take your lead again. He said, you know what, I just needed to reset, go after somebody. Look at him control that car, that truck. Look really strong through those 2 turns there.
Yes, sir, as trucks don't need to choose that high line, mid-high line. That's where they're finding that speed at here tonight. Let's get ready to go.
And we're halfway through the race now, as you see them just gripping hard, trying to find, as we are now, caution's out. This would be Richard Hartman and Greg Jolly. Greg in the number 3 and Hartman in the 52. Oh, 3's going to lose it. Oh, Richard Hartman, poor thing. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time once again. But good for these drivers. Lucky for these drivers is they can't lose a lap under caution because of the fact that the caution laps, of course, do not count.
Yeah.
All right, so we will have what is going to be 31 laps to go here when these drivers go when they get the green from Barney the Flagman once again. So we're now halfway through this race, and well, you still have 13 of your 15 trucks on the lead lap, so you really do still have to take care of this thing because you could lose a ton of points today.
Yeah, as points you do mention, dirt races, you think, hey, I can just be slow here around, or I'm just not going to make it because I'm not good at dirt. But I've known in the past, if I don't do a dirt race, it can mean a lot of points, because those people that don't run the best, you know, on that asphalt tracks, then they come to dirt and they run, like me, they run, you know, up here, then they're good.
As I mentioned to Tim before this one, Tim Richardson, he said it was probably going to be more of a demo derby, but I said, man, you guys are going to do better than what I could do on dirt. Go on for it. Man, there you go. Green flag racing once again here from Eldora Speedway for the James Wagner's Welding 65. As they just slid it here into turn 1 and 2. They're side by side. James. Oh, can't they do it? Wow, unbelievable. James Wagner, Johnny Hurst still stay side by side. Johnny back to the outside. Can he complete the pass? James. Oh, no. They made contact with the wall. That's Johnny Hurst. James Wagner's going to take the lead.
Battling between 96, 58, and 30 cars. 30 cars that's been in the lead, wiggling between that number 96. Battling out there for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's what it is at dirt. When it comes to dirt,
there goes the 29 of Jimmy Rowdy. Did they save it? Yes, he did.
When it comes to dirt, I feel like a new person with how much I love dirt. Coming to dirt, it reminds me of home.
It reminds me just of how much fun it can be to watch. It is unbelievable. Just a little bit, you spoke about it. Got Rebecca already wanting to go watch a 410 sprint race already. So.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, well, we got to make a plan to go to Volusia Speedway now.
Ooh, Volusia is a great speedway. I do recommend coming down to Knoxville Raceway. I know it's a little drive, I shall say, but Knoxville Raceway for Nationals, I recommend it.
You would know the drive?
Yes, I would. But you could also fly down here or fly up here to Des Moines International. I could bring you guys over here or something, but I do recommend coming, or at least going to one Knoxville Nationals.
That would be an amazing event to see. We definitely got to make plans to get to Volusia to see what dirt racing is like. But right now, these drivers are putting on a show in front of us. The 58's riding the wall, doing what he's got to do just to keep up with Johnny Hurst and Scott and Ryan Gomez and Matthew Ace. I think if he gets into the lead, he might just take off from everybody because he has hit everything. Or he has hit every piece of wall, I think, today, and he is still running strong there in 4th. He does it again, but, man, he is fast no matter what.
Yeah, touching that wall doesn't really do that much damage to these trucks. Now, if you repetitively hit this truck against those walls over and over and over, you could see some fall off, but I know myself, going around Bristol dirt, I know this is Eldora, but it goes for any of these dirt tracks. I know when I did some test laps here earlier today. My back end, that tail end, as a 6 car goes slow into turns 1 and 2, possible caution.
I don't know, but we're also getting word from the YouTube chat that Ledford lost power to his VR. So not only are you our dirt expert, but you're also our VR expert here. Tell us how that can affect you here in a race.
That can affect majorly. I've had that happen where my VR headset disconnected. That basically means Your race is done, because it takes about 5 minutes to possibly get that VR headset set back up.
Oh, unfortunate there for Ledford. I mean, Ledford, like, he's still out there, so must have been something very quick, but definitely the reason to have dropped all the way to 8th, well over 8 seconds behind the leader, and getting word from his teammate there, who missed out on the race today, missing you. We'll see you next week back here for the Roughneck Racing Series. Thank you, everybody else, of course. Our usuals here in the chat in every week with us. Thank you as always for joining. Having some great action here comes Ryan Gomez. I'm telling you, he's been one of the fastest trucks all day long. I think he's got the fastest of an 1883, and 20 laps to go now, and he's coming flying on the outside. Oh, he's in a wall.
Sir. Ooh, yeah, but can I mention, these drivers that do decide to pit to get damaged, if they're in that pit box for more than a lap, if I'm correct, I know it is how it works out there on the track. In real life, you do not lose a lap.
That is correct.
So, if these drivers do decide to come down pit road over a caution, which cautions go by pretty fast, they can get some of that damage fixed.
And I see here that Ryan Gomez actually pit on lap 16, and I wonder, I know we had some caution laps, but how much could that have helped him? But man, Johnny Hurst, something has woken back up in him. He is battling hard with James Wagoner, fighting hard. We are at 18 laps to go here in this race.
Yes, sir. Can't believe 18 laps to go. Feel like we just started 10 minutes ago. That's how dirt feels. You start off strong, then, wiggling between that 58 car loses it. You see how much that can affect a car with losing a car like that. You can go from 2nd place down to 8th place. That's something you got to be careful with here at Eldora.
Yeah, Johnny Hurst is fighting hard now with 16 to go. James Wagoner sends it to the bottom. He's going to use the lap truck, hopefully, to slow down that 22 of Ryan Gomez. But Ryan is coming, and he is coming quick. The 30 back to the bottom. We still have 16 now, about to be 15 to go. We'll see, can Matthew Ace make his way back up here? Can Johnny Hurst, who has already gathered himself back up, try to make his way back into 3rd? How much until he gets up there? Wow, look at the battle they're having there.
Yes, sir. Battle, like you mentioned, 6 car up into the wall and make these drivers scatter across that race surface. 96 running that high line, trying to make something work. 58 car going to try to look underneath that 96 car. Both fast cars here tonight. This is your battle out here on the racetrack as caution comes out in front.
Oh my goodness, we have a caution. Yep, that is correct. Now with 14 laps to go. Looks like quite possibly the 13th truck of Chris Ramsey involved. We'll have to see here. You see him looking like he's doing a pretty good nice job there going off the turn. That track is slick there entering the turns.
Yeah, this is something that this track will get. Imagine just seeing heaps, right?
Oh, the 78 and 13 collide. The 78, it looks like it doesn't affect his truck one bit.
No, not at all. But when this is not set up in a heat race configuration, but when you throw in those heats on this track, just imagine 30 more laps on this track.
I can only imagine how that's gonna work out. My question is how Ryan Gomez is not scored our leader. Did he lose the lead?
Let's see here. I think he'll be the leader coming by this time by.
There
or the
you go.
20?
Yes. Okay, I was confused for a moment. I said, why is he so far back?
So, with how dirt works, fun fact, I don't know if it carries over to trucks, but in order to be scored as the leader, you need to cross that line, yellow line. Or not yellow line, the start-finish line.
Okay, interesting.
That's how it works. Now, I don't know if it carries over, but as the pace car died down into that infield, 30 car has the trigger, pulls the trigger, going down, green back at Eldora, racing in the back, 30 car choosing around that bottom line, 22 looking on that high line, looking to make a move, makes a move, possibly new race leader going to be the 22, maybe not. 22 is going to get a run going on the outside line. New race leader 22.
Unbelievable. Here comes 22. Ryan Gomez to the outside. For those watching, Ledford is down now 3 laps due to that issue. But wow, 22 full sends into that corner still. 13 to go, and he is your leader now as the drivers behind him look to try to collect themselves and go at him for another run.
Yes, sir, as Miri Slater, 22 of Gomez, following the 30 car of Wagoner. Watch out, that 58 of Hurst looking on the outside of the 30 car. 30 car doing a little bit of slide job, trying to fend off the number 58 car as we go under caution with 11 laps to go.
There it is, 11 to go. We do have a caution here. Let's try to see and figure out what all happened to bring this one out. Looks like maybe the 78. Let's see. Matthew Gall. Oh, this might be contact with the third. No, okay, no, not through there. Oh, there's nowhere to go for him and Ledford, and they just make contact, and then he goes sideways. So minimal damage for the 2 of them. Just gonna bring out the caution. Is all it's gonna do.
Yes, sir. As with these many cautions, follow waiver routes. That allows these drivers that are about a lap down, 2 laps down, even 3 laps down to be able to try to get back on that lead lap to maybe even finish in first place here tonight.
So we have 12 laps to go. We'll have 11 to go once we go green flag racing once again. Man, what can you think, Emily? Where do you want to be, and do you think anybody's got something for that 22 of Ryan Gomez?
Honestly, I feel that 30 car has been fast all night, but that 22 car came out of nowhere. The car I'm looking at right now, though, is that number, I believe it is 96. I'm looking at him. He's been running these slide jobs, been running it here tonight. I have a feeling he might be a contender for that first place. But pace lights are off of the Iracing.com pace car. Let's get ready to rock and roll, go green again here at Eldora. 22 car has the trigger. Pace car dives down in the Geico restart zone. Green, green, green at Eldora again.
Here they come, battling side by side. And we got the wrong one. There we go. As they are fighting hard, trying to get there for the lead. The battles between Johnny Hurst and James Wagner for second. But there they are right on top of the 22 for first. Here comes Johnny Hurst back up to the top. No, James Wagner back up there as well. Johnny Hurst, he was looking to throw a slide job. Wow.
Car looking on the inside of the 58 car, seeing if he can make a move. Makes that move. Too wide in the back, trying to make a move. Watch out, watch out. Battle between second and third place right there. That's what dirt is all about. There's battle can be going on for 3 laps on dirt for first, second, and or third. Will they be able to contest for that number 22 car leading this field?
I think Johnny Hurst has got just enough to maybe get up there. Gets a little bit loose there. He's going to need maybe now a mistake from the 22. But nothing is given. Look how this track continues to get slicker and slicker. That cushion is nearly gone up there, Emily. They are running out of it. Johnny Hurst is right on top of him again, even though he's in the wall a little bit there in 3 and 4.
Yes, sir. As looking in the back of the field, starting to single file out with this track starting to slick up. Drivers are choosing to go on that high line, trying to make something work. Now it's just all about, do you have throttle control? Can you make it work on that high line? Can you make it? This is where it comes down to. Before you had a decent amount of tacky track where you had grip, now you barely have grip. You got to do a lot of throttle control.
Yeah, what about Christopher Barker, who was your pole sitter and really was pretty fast all day long? We'll have to see, can he make his way back up? He's finally built his way back up to 5th. As Johnny Hurst in the wall a little bit, still trying to stay within 7.5 tenths there of Ryan Gomez. As these drivers are driving as hard as they can over the last 5 laps of this race at Eldora.
Yes, as 5 laps to go here at Eldora. It's been a crazy night here at this track. From start to finish, it will be 6 cars slowing on the front stretch. Will it cause a caution? No, it will not. 58 car looking second place, trying to make a move. Will it happen?
Yeah, Johnny Hurst is driving like a pissed off teenager, and with 4 to go, we've got a caution.
4 to go, like you mentioned. Actually, 3 to go.
Oh, it's gonna count that one. Okay.
3 to go at the line. Let's take a look and see what caused this caution to come out.
No, that's no. Oh no, it's maybe the 46 of Christopher Barker. He had made his way up through the field. We'll see what happened here. Oh, he's just gonna lose it. Oh, right in front of the 29. There's nowhere to go for Jimmy Rowdy. All right. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, sir. As 4 to go. Actually, I lied. Score on it. Let's see how this gets ready to go as they get double file here ready to go green at Eldora. Crazy night here tonight, isn't it?
It's been a crazy one. Even Cole, if I'm not saying Cole DeRoll, I think that's him, the Cole in our YouTube chat. He says he's not racing tonight because he doesn't know the first thing about dirt and 0 practice. So, understandable there. Cole, missing you here tonight, but I get it. You know, on a track like this, just so unreal. Next week we'll get back to normal. We started off the season at Talladega, then we went to the Glen, then to Eldora, and then next week we'll go to my favorite track and probably favorite combination, trucks at Las Vegas. But the Iracing.com pace truck goes down pit lane. We're green flag racing with 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go across that line. Looking. 58 running that fast line on the outside line. Gets past the number 22 car. Beating and banging in the back of them. Coming across this line will be 2 to go. Almost white flag territory as a 30 car looking in that bottom right screen. Trying to make a move on the 96 car. Will not happen. 96 car looking on that 22 car. Caution comes out with 2 laps.
Oh man, Johnny Hurst just took the lead from the outside, but the caution comes out. We will have 2 laps to go when we go green once again. And I don't think that they get their lane choice, which is why that second place car gets the outside. So I think that might be, you might want to be in second for the final restart of this race.
Yes, second place is where you will want to be. Like I mentioned, we have 62 laps, about 62, 63 laps on this racing surface. This will mean they will try to opt in for that high line.
Unfortunately, because there's no choose rule. Oh, the 29 just loses right in front of the 2. The 46 avoids. 13 narrowly avoids. Everybody does a pretty good job getting around him. I thought that was a bigger wreck.
Yes, it was a decent wreck, but we are looking to have fun. These drivers should be good on fuel, so it will just be a beating and banging fest. Honestly, I'm fine with that. That is what dirt's meant to be, beating and banging, making it an awesome show, and it has been. As pace lights are off the Iracing.com pace truck, going into the turn 1 and 2 complex, going into the back stretch. Let's get ready to go racing for these last 3 laps.
Maybe they do get lane choice, and I'm just mistaken because Johnny Hurst is back to the outside here. We're gonna have 2 laps to go. It's gonna be interesting to see. We got 11 trucks still on the lead lap. Iracing.com pace truck getting ready to head down pit lane.
Let's go racing here at Eldora. 2 to go across the line, beating and banging. 22 car going up high, blocking the 58. 58's gonna try to do something low, get a run on the outside or inside of that 22 car, too wide for the race lead, and second place caution comes out on the racing surface.
Let's see exactly what may or may not have happened here. Oh no, Tim Richardson. He's been rather quiet all day long. Let's see if this thing's getting a little slow on us here. There we go. Come on. he just goes into the turn. Oh, as he's trying to just collect it. And if there's no other trucks there whatsoever, he keeps that going. But just with so many other trucks there, just is nowhere for any of them to go.
Yes, sir. Still 3 to go. I don't believe they got down to those 2 laps to go. Cross that line as we are going across the line. Scored as 3 to go. Let's see if we can make it. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, this is just some fantastic racing here at the moment. I have to believe that, yes, we will have 2 laps to go once we go green flag racing. Now, does the green-white checkers work the same way when there's no for dirt or for laps not being counted?
So, on a normal dirt race and sprint cars, if there's 1 lap to go and a caution, and let's say a wreck occurs, right? They will go across the line and they'll race it for that last lap. Now, do I know if it carries over to iRacing? I actually do not know about that. I know I'm a dirt fanatic, but here we go. 22 car has the lead. Racing.
8 got a great restart. The 22 is going to full send into the corner, though, to clear Johnny Hurst. Johnny Hurst back to the inside.
58 of Johnny Hurst trying to make a move. Looking.
Slide job.
Did not work. 22's kind of worked. 22's trying to make that inside work, but with the 58 having that high line, let's see if he can make it happen. Slide job again. Go ahead, Angel.
Do we see one more slide job for the win? The 58 with the crossover immediately. Here comes the 22 to the inside. The 58's in the wall. So is the 22. Who's got the momentum off the turn? There's sideways. The 22. Ryan Gomez is going to pull off the victory. Unbelievable. Wow.
Angel, you see why I love broadcasting or commentating on dirt?
Look at the respect there.
This is the reason, Angel, why I love dirt racing.
Oh my goodness, I wish I was just better at it, but you know what? Oh well, that was a ton of fun to watch. Wow, I had no idea. It could have been either one winning that race over the final 6 corners. Oh my goodness.
100%, and wow, this is from racing out onto the track myself to being in the booth. I am happy.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in. We'll be able to bring in somebody for an interview. The caution laps go so quickly here. Here he is, Ryan Gomez. This is Angel and Emily here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us?
Hey, gotcha, Angel.
Well, what a fantastic finish, to say the least.
Man, I'm shaking. Johnny threw some great sliders, raced me super clean. I mean, starting on the bottom, that was no fun. But no, that was crazy. I mean, that's kind of what you envision coming here.
Well, Emily said it just like that. I've got no dirt in my background whatsoever. Emily, our resident dirt racer here. But I mean, yeah, the slide jobs there at the end were unbelievable by just to both of you. And you're right, the amount of clean racing that was fantastic. You could see the level of respect just even after the race. Did you come in here with this expectation of winning this race, or at least performing as well as you did?
Yeah, coming from a dirt background, I felt like I really better show up and at least run decent. But no, if I could have lost anybody there, I would have liked to, had it been Johnny. I mean, I really enjoyed Johnny, and he's a good dude. And man, for an asphalt guy, he raced me hard. There were some slide jobs.
That was great. Emily, what do you got here for our dirt track winner tonight?
Great racing from start to finish. I was going to be out there on the track tonight, but I decided to, you know what, hop in the booth tonight, and I feel like this was a really good decision. I got to see these drivers out here tonight, especially you bringing home this win. Wow. Beating and banging, came out of nowhere, lap about, I say 45, you started rolling up there. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, I had to go to the top because I sure couldn't run the bottom at all. I knew if I just kept it up there and kept it straight and off the wall, it was going to be tough to pass. But like I said, I mean, Johnny found some stuff on the bottom, and he made it work a couple times. And thank goodness we got back by him there at the end. I kept checking because I didn't believe that I beat him back to the line there. So
Yes, sir. Alrighty. Do you have any friends, family, sponsors you would like to thank?
I definitely got to thank these guys at Roughneck for putting on an awesome series. You guys and gal up in the booth, the people over at SVT for for joining up here, and yeah, I mean this was fun. I hope to see it again on the schedule next year.
To put into perspective there, Ryan, it was a 7/100th of a second difference, so that was a pretty darn close finish.
Yeah, all he had to do was probably stick his hand out, and he would have had me beat.
And Emily, might I say, probably one of the best dirt finishes on SRM I think we have.
Best dirt finish so far. I think this is my first dirt race. Actually, no, this is no lie. This is, I think, my second or third dirt race. Bristol being my only other two. This is being my first Eldora race on broadcast. So definitely went crazy here tonight.
Oh, Ryan, definitely something to to be able to celebrate. Congratulations again. We'll let you go celebrate.
Thank you.
All right, that was your first place finisher. We'll have to go bring in second place driver, Johnny Hurst here. Let's see if we can go ahead and bring him in. Here he is. Johnny, this is Angel and Emily here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us?
Sure do, bud.
Wow, now that was a race. I'll let Emily lead this one here, but unbelievable on what was just a fantastic finish there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good finish.
Johnny, wow. Beating and banging throughout laps 1 through 65. One of my best races I feel like I've called in a very long time. Awesome racing. What do you got to say about it?
Man, that right there was a blast. Had loads of fun. Kind of got, I led it for a while, but then I kind of got shuffled back to fourth. Didn't want to run over top of a lap car there on the outside, but worked my way back up the front. And I knew when I seen Ryan up there and stuff, it was going to be fun. And man, that last lap, I knew we was both going for it. I tried to get out of the gas a little bit quicker, and when I did, I caught the wall, or I think I could have slingshot back around him. But man, that was a heck of a drag race to the finish there. I really enjoyed that.
Drag race it was. Not having to pit for once, kind of cool. I do see your hometown, Altoona. Altoona? Is that supposed to be Iowa or Alabama?
No, it was Alabama. Altoona, Alabama.
You know what that reminds me? Altoona, Iowa.
Yeah, there's also Pennsylvania.
I actually didn't know that. Well, Angel, would you like to say something to our second place finisher?
Well, Johnny, you've impressed in many other ways, but absolutely here on dirt, Ryan giving you the shout out saying, man, for an asphalt guy, he surely drove it hard and clean there at the end. It was a great watch for us here up in the booth, especially for me, also not being a dirt guy, to be able to have enjoyed it so much. I appreciate it. We'll let you celebrate. Thank your sponsors and friends and family for watching.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Protects All and all the SVT guys. A couple of them participated in this race, and I'd like to thank you all for putting on a good broadcast, and I'd also like to thank the Roughneck guys. They got a good league going here, and we always enjoy racing with them.
Yeah, a great league it is to be able to have done Watkins Glen last week, and for the first time, as much fun as that was, and same thing here at Eldora, another great one. Congratulations again, Johnny, on your second place finish. We'll let you go enjoy it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Alrighty, and that was Johnny Hurst, your second place finisher. Following third place, Matthew Barker in the number 96 car. Fast all night, throwing one. Hail Makers finishing in third place. Angel, I'm going to let you take it.
Well, Matt, this is Angel and Emily in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us?
Yes, I do.
Man, you were probably the most entertaining driver all night long for us here on the broadcast booth. It was so much fun watching you just sling it. You came to a dirt track to have fun tonight, didn't you?
I did, and I do come from a dirt background, so yeah, that was a lot of fun for me tonight. Had a fast truck. I think I hit everything, including the pace truck at some point. But yeah, it was pretty entertaining. That was a wild ride.
It was just so much fun to watch here. Talk to us at least a little bit about the track. You said you were the dirt. You're coming from at least a little bit of a dirt background, and Emily was able to give us her dirt background from what she was seeing. But tell us how it was at least on track, and really how these drivers were able to get around it.
On track, the high side was definitely the fast side, but you had to watch it because I mean you get sucked to the wall, you know. But as long as you could keep your rear tires up there next to the wall, you were fast. Bottom side was slick as can be. I mean, if you try to do a slide job, you was definitely pushing up the track. Have to apologize to my teammate there on that last lap, but that was about the only chance I had to move on up. But I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, James Wagner's Welding. I always want to thank him for what he does. But but what a wild ride tonight. It was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah, no, James Wagner's Welding, a big-time supporter of the Roughneck Racing Series, as we mentioned earlier, just having signed on for a couple races last season, extended that, and then decided, hey, we'll come on for the whole season, so definitely a big shout-out to them.
He's a heck of a guy.
Hey, he allowed. That's part of the reason we all get to do what we get to do here. You know, we get to have fun broadcasting and have fun broadcasting what you guys are doing, which is a ton of fun to watch. So, I'm sure you got some other people you'd like to thank here before we let you go.
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank all my teammates. I mean, we all had a pretty good night. Even Tim. I think he backed out there at the end to do race control, but he was actually having a good run. They don't run dirt, so it was pretty impressive to watch them tonight. And I'd like to thank, just my wife and everybody that lets me do this.
They are important, and without their support, that is correct. Thank you very much, Matt, and we'll see if you have a fare any better position-wise next week at Vegas.
Oh, yeah, Vegas, baby.
You're about as sideways as you are at Eldora, so.
Yeah, the 1.5 miles. I like the 1.5 mile tracks too, so it's going to be a fun ride.
Yeah, they are a ton of fun. Thank you very much, and good. We'll see you next week.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
Emily, that was your third place finisher. We'll go ahead and go over our results here for tonight. Ryan Gomez, spoken with him already. Your race winner tonight, Johnny Hurston second, and then Matthew Barker Ace, the most entertaining, as we mentioned, of our drivers there in third. James Wagner in fourth. Jimmy Rowdy in fifth. Richard Hartman in sixth. Matthew Gall in seventh, and Matt Benke going to be in your eighth position.
Ninth is going to be Christopher Barker in the number 46. 10th is going to be Chris Ramsey in the number 13th. 11th is going to be Greg Jolly in that number 3. 12th is going to be Tim Richardson in the number 2 car. 13th is going to be Ty Trayford in the number 82. 14th is going to be Jeffrey Ledford. And rounding out your field here tonight is going to be, is that Brianna?
Yes, I believe so.
Brianna Laurent in that number 6 car. Wow.
What
some
an
great
finish.
racing. Yes. I was going to be out on that track tonight, but when you told me, hey, Emily, would you like to be up in the booth? No hesitation.
Let's go back just one more time for the viewers to see the final lap here. You see the full send from the 22. The 58's going to have the good run. Dive to the bottom here. Gets right in front of him off of turn number 2. They're going to dive here into turn number 3. And that's where the 22 gets it just enough so that the 58 can't cross over in front and get that victory. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, as Eldora Speedway. I feel like it's second compared to Knoxville Raceway, but I don't know. I feel like it's a close contender.
Puts on another thriller and the beautiful fireworks in the background as well.
Yes, sir, as I believe that will close out tonight's race, if I am correct.
Yes, it does. We want to thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here for the Roughneck Racing Series at Eldora Speedway. If you had not already, be sure you like, share, subscribe to the Sim Racing Media Network. We have all types of racing action going on throughout the week. Great racing like we did tonight. Of course, we'll be back next week, same time as always, as we visit the gambling states of Las Vegas and man, going to be an exciting one there. Myself, Angel Santiago, joined with Emily Urias. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great evening, everybody.